the Black House in Benoni, Johannesburg today. My name is Andrew, and I own a company called Drew Architects. We're based in Parktown North in Johannesburg. The brief for the home was, well, maybe let me paint a picture. The client was living in a large home not too far from here, and he came to us and said, I want a fairly compact, low maintenance farmhouse. And we said, well, what is it you're looking for? And he said he ultimately wanted something that was easy to maintain, as far as possible, no maintenance. I told him no maintenance isn't possible, low maintenance is possible. And we essentially took the palette of what our farmhouse is, which is brick, steel, and we reinterpreted it really. And we said to him, listen, can we reinvent what it is? Can we still give you a compact home? Can we still give you a low maintenance home? But can we take simple materials and push the boundaries of it and do something special? I think trying to label the architecture is not easy. I think what we were aiming for potentially is something that pushes the boundaries of what everyone expects a home to be. The trick was to create something sculptural in its form, something beautiful, but at the same time to not sacrifice home. It's sculptural, but it's practical, and it also manages to still be a warm home. I think we begun with what is low maintenance. Low maintenance is face brick. It's a sheeted roof. Those were the elements, those were the materials that we wanted to use, and we said brick can just be a brick and sheeting can just be sheeting, or you can elevate it to a completely different place, and you can take something simple and humble like a brick, and you can use it to bring color. You can use it to bring interest. You can use it to generate texture, pattern, rhythm. So it was a case of taking fairly simple, humble materials, but taking them, pushing them hard to the boundaries, to the limits, to see what we were able to achieve. I think the decision to not paint was probably primarily driven by the client's instruction to create a low maintenance building. And it just didn't feel right, to be honest. We wanted to create quite a lot of texture in the building and pattern, as I said, and we wanted to bring some detail into the skin of the building as well, rather than just creating dead plastered surfaces, which are maybe a little bit uninteresting in this context and also attract maintenance, ongoing maintenance, which the brick doesn't. The palette of material for the external facade of the building, or the shape and the form of the building, was always intended to be low maintenance. So we felt that the combination of the black brick, which obviously then has mortar joints, talked quite beautifully to off-shutter concrete. The concrete color then picks up all the mortar joints, and then to have your steel sheeting, your steel frame, and your aluminium slats. And I think the contrast of this blonde, deep, rich timber on the floors and ceilings, contrasted against this dark black charcoal brick and steel and concrete, is a very powerful contrast, and manages to deliver what is a very masculine structure in its structure and materiality, but at the same time a very warm family home. I think the house could feel quite cold and quite, I don't want to use the word sterile, but it could be construed as very masculine and hard. And it was important for it to still be a home. It's a home for a husband and wife and their two boys. It needed to function like a home and have that warmth. You know, once we'd made the decision to use the black brick, at the same time made the decision that we wanted to elevate it to something way more than just a brick, to a texture and a pattern. And what we've done is, even when we've laid it in a simple stretcher bond, we've paid a lot of close attention to the jointing. And we've also framed it within steel frame. So you'll see that there are brick panels on the house that literally are framed within steel I-beams and windows or steel posts. So even though it's a stretcher bond brick, it's a black brick with a beautiful joint, and it's framed almost like a picture would be framed. So we said, let's take the brick and let's create something which at the door starts kind of quite rough, uniform but quite rough, and then let's let it look like the wind's blown it into a very smooth wall. I think the decision to bring the brick through to the interior is partly to do with who we are as a firm and what we believe in, and we're not big fans of a building having a certain skin and a certain identity, and then once you move into the house, it then has another identity. It almost has a bit of a identity crisis. We see buildings as more than just buildings. We see them as sculptures, and we like the materiality and the palette of color and material to be very evident throughout the entire experience. The service from Corobrik was very good. I'll be honest, I think we conditioned to some extent that the only brick you can buy is a Corobrik. We've certainly never used any other face brick, and we were quite excited. We'd seen some media around your titanium brick and also your black brick, and frankly we were looking for an opportunity to use it. I think we would certainly use Corobrik again. I think I said earlier on I was looking for an opportunity to use your titanium brick. We've used the black brick and we really enjoyed it. We'll certainly use it again. But yeah, we're looking to just to push the boundaries a bit and to see what we can do with simple materials. They don't have to be simple, they can be taken to another level. So we'll certainly use Corobrik again.